You been trying to pull on it? All right, so we're rolling on it. Oh shoot. Bottom's getting hung up on stuff. Okay. Try again.
All right, come on, try a little bit.
There she went. All right, guys, so like, it's gonna wanna come all the way forward now. We're good. What?
It's gotta be deja vu for you, kind of.
Yeah, this is amazing. Considering I worked on this thing like, this was the first customer car I ever messed with, and we never got it finished because he decided he didn't want to buy any parts. Well, Justin rolling around, big boy truck. What's up, guys? We're out here with the Nova. So just pick up the 74 Nova. My buddy Justin with a Duramax. We got a OE wrong color rust hold fender, a green nasty fender, factory bumper. Motor been rebuilt roughly 20 years ago. The car's been sitting in a shop for about, shoot, I don't know, 30 years-ish. But other than that, she's pretty much together. Wheels all stock 14-inch rims. Straight up old school Mississippi plate. Trunk non-open. Says you don't care how long it'll take, just needs to get finished. Welcome to your new home. Ride down the highway with it. All right, made it home. And I go find see if we can get it on a pressure washer. Knock some dirt out of it. Ooh, I need to cut my grass. That's good right there. That'll be fine. At some point, I'll give you an update on the other stuff that's going on in the shop. Since the last video, there's been a pretty major gap. So there's a lot of stuff that's changed. And we just got back from a trip to Ohio to build a 79 Ford pickup for a guy for his wedding. So I might drop a picture of that. Today's project after this shop's cleaned up is to build me a new mailbox post. While we were gone, somebody smacked my mailbox off the stand, so we're gonna have to clean it up and maybe I'll paint it. So this is the car. Figured I'd do a walk around quick before I get sidetracked and stuff gets all taken apart. Got a bunch of new stuff on the front end. If I'm not mistaken, I put this stuff together back in the day. I don't trust it at all. It's been 12 something years since I touched this car, and I don't trust myself, my 15-year-old self. Let's see what I'm talking about. All this is kind of sketch. But yeah, we washed it, so it got a little wet, but it's all right. So anti-seize look like it was jammed on the rocker arms. The motor was put together supposedly like 20 years ago by some dude at a pro shop that put it together, and then it's been sitting uncovered in a shop, looks like, ever since. And the shop it was in was a cabinet making shop, so dirt and dust everywhere. So this thing, I'm pretty sure this is gonna get pulled back down. If I can avoid pulling the heads, that'd be great, but I'm not so sure that the cylinders ain't. I mean, we got like all the lifters seem to be loose, but I just don't know. I'm a little nervous to put it all together and then have to pull it all back apart, you know. But if I pull the motor out, we can undercoat, rubber coat the firewall, get that all cleaned up. The frame can get cleaned up. The body was put on this frame. The car was wrecked a long time ago, and the frame was bent on it. Or he said it was kind of bent, and he took it to a frame shop, quote frame shop, and that frame shop involved a winch and a tree at some dude's backyard. He didn't know what was going to happen, and they kind of boogered the frame up pretty bad on it. So he bought a different frame and put the old car body on it, and it's been sitting ever since. So right now we got this ratchet strap on here. This is holding the drive shaft and exhaust up off the ground because it's all in here and hooked up. We just need it on a trailer, so that'll all get cut out and that strap can come off so I can open the doors. We'll probably pull the rest of this trim off. There was some snakes making some homes up in the back of this bad boy. It is a little scary up in the trunk of this car. Got all kinds of goodies in here, and I'm just really hoping they got shook out on the way here, because my shop is attached to my house. That is my house right over there. So just would prefer not to think that there's, you know, ain't snakes that big cruising around my shop. And there's no way this ain't all thin. Nice gouge of some sort right there. You can't really see it from some angles, but you can see it right there from that angle. And this is all rusted out. You go farther forward. Luma, don't sniff the nasty water, bud. This is all rusted out here. We got, looks like rust starting in the firewall. Pretty crazy. This car's got quite a bit of rust going on. That right there, big old hole in the firewall. Just not sure. He wanted, this is where it gets difficult. You know, what do you do? Do I replate the firewall? Do I call it Christmas and let it ride? Or this here looks mostly all right. Mostly just seam sealer peeling over here. But the cowl panel's got rust in it going on. The actual top of the panel looks okay. But I guess we just go through and evaluate. Bottom half of the firewall looks all right. This all looks all right. What I can see, and then this door really looks okay. What I can see of it on the outside, it doesn't look too, there's really no bubbles, and I don't know, maybe this didn't have any body work on it. Maybe that side of the car is what had body work and that's what's tore up. It's a good scuff right there, but even this looks all right till right here. And then this whole side of the fender is cooked. All the way up to here. I mean, to patch this is gonna be we're gonna be up into the trim line for sure. I mean, I'm gonna probably end up cutting it about right here. Running it all the way across. I mean, this back here is completely just taken to town. Absolutely destroyed all the way up into the second liner, inner fender. Oh boy. And then on the trunk, the top of the trunk looks really good. This is another thing, I'm not sure what to do with this. The top of the trunk looks quite nice. I'm a little nervous about this, but I'm pretty sure this is just tree junk around the badge. But this all looks pretty decent. This rust's a little rough right here, but I think it's sandable. But you get underneath it, and the inside of this is just cooked. Like, yeah. What's wrong with it, Luma? Is it doinked? Yeah, I knew it was doinked. I need to roll this back outside. This is scary. Everything in me detests trying to clean that out. I don't know what. For a detailer, man, you'd think I'd have grown some just no care with some nasty mess, but boy, that stuff still bothers me sometimes. Anyway, that's it. He wants to keep the wheels. We're gonna go back to silver with him. That's that kind of it for today, I think. We got a whole bunch of goodies stacked in the car. I think today is gonna be try to get it cleaned up. I may yank the motor out of it and just get it shoved into a corner. This Miata's got to come out of the shop. It's got a new home for a while. I got a buddy of mine willing to store it, so it'll go into storage. And then this gray car has to get put together. It's getting sold. And then this one here may go out into storage too. So just a quick story on the Nova here. The Nova is the 1974 Nova. It was bought new in Aliceville, Alabama. Custom order car. A friend of mine from Scuba, Mississippi owns it. Scuba is about 40 minutes-ish, 35, 40 minutes, something like that from Aliceville. Original owner, so it's a one-owner car, local car. It was one of the first projects I ever worked on for anyone back in the day. when I was a little guy. I was like 15, then on summer break. And I never got to finish it. He decided he didn't want to spend the money on it, and I didn't really know what I was doing. So we kind of split ways, and 12 years later, 13 years later, whatever it is, it's back at my shop, getting finished for sure. We're doing a full restore. He wants it pretty much OE, except for under the hood. Under the hood is getting a little bit of a hot rod treatment, but he wants stock wheels, stock looking tires, stock looking interior. I think I talked him into some tint, but outside for the way it sounds, it's gonna look about bone stock. And yeah, don't have an end date. Don't know how long it's gonna take. It's gonna take what it takes. But yeah, I'm very excited about it. I think it's gonna turn out really cool. And we'll go through all of it. There's some rust issues, there's some bodywork issues. The interior is in pretty good shape. It's just old. But car's been sitting for about 30 years untouched, pretty much, except for me dropping the motor in it, you know, 12 to 15 years ago. So yeah. Anyhow, y'all are more welcome to follow along with the build, hang out, drop opinions, drop your comments, like, subscribe, whatever you feel like you got to do to follow along with it. Be great. Oh, there is water in that one. Here. Those things look pretty nasty for having been machined. Like, why is this not all clean? And like, I don't understand some of this, like, that's really bad. I know it's been 20 years since it was machine worked, but my word, just kind of disturbing that it been inside ever since and it got this nasty. We have all this stuff is stuck. None of it will move. 20 years, man. Right there on the ride. All right, let's pull this puppy out of here. My stand is currently holding up my rodeo motor for this rig right here, up there. And then, so this one's gonna have to be sitting out here it's gonna have to just hang here. But it's dry, that shouldn't be a problem. I'm gonna set it down, split the transmission off of it. Transmission's getting a new torque converter. The camshaft looked really nasty when I pulled it out. It was really pitted up, and I wasn't comfortable with running it. He said he wants to be able to take it to North Dakota, and I'm in central Mississippi, so that's a long haul for a cam that looks a little scary. So we pulled the cam out, and I'm gonna put a new cam in it. And yeah. Well, I'm really confused because this motor would not turn over. I put a big old bar on the crank and it wouldn't turn over in the car. And now, out of the car, like I can turn it over with my hands on the flywheel. And I had a bigger bar than this on the front of the crank. Like a bar is longer. So I'm a little confused. I'm wondering if the torque converter, when it was put in the transmission, wasn't spun all the way in and it was locked against the pump. I wouldn't let the motor turn over, or at least not easily. I don't know. I don't know if that's exactly how it would work or not, but basically, when you're putting your torque converter in, you gotta have 3 clicks. That's pretty much everything I've ever messed with. You get 3 clicks. So you stand it up, slide it on, and you engage your shafts. All right, so that's 1. That's 2. I'm gonna guess this is what happened. It's being a pain. I'm gonna guess it never found the 3rd click, and it was just mashing the mess out of the pump. Oh my goodness. That's what it is though, because you don't want to. There it went. I think that's it. I'll pull it back off now that it's lined up. Turn it just a smidge. All right, so that's on the shaft. So 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, there's 3rd. Yep. So what happens is the 3rd one's that's the very last. It's the very last of this piece. Right here. And when you're trying to put it in, it's got to find these notches and sink all the way home. And when it does that, you can see it's pretty tore up on the corners. Well, we're putting a new converter in it. I don't like this converter. It's too big. Been sitting dry for so long. It's clear full of junk inside. I'm just nervous about it. So I'm gonna put a new converter in it. But when these don't engage into the pump, you obviously don't have a transmission pump. So it's really hard on stuff if it runs, but it also mashes the snot out of the front of the pump housing in there to suck it down like that. I don't know if you noticed when I pulled it apart, you probably didn't, but when I unbolted it, it like popped apart. So I'm gonna guess this was mashed into the pump housing really hard and was keeping the flywheel from spinning. So that solves that problem. That makes you a lot less concerned about the bottom end of this motor. I was envisioning a whole bunch of rust and a big nasty mess, but I really think we'll be all right. This cylinder right here has got me nervous. I don't like how it looks. So I'm gonna hit some more deep creep, and then I'm gonna pull out the steel wool on it. So you're gonna hit this with some steel wool. I don't know if you can see that from where we're at here. There we go. You know what, I'm pretty fine with that, to be honest. Let's spin this piston to the bottom. I about need a new flywheel too. Okay, that's at the bottom. Soak it full of some. My wordy, I thought that was supposed to be mist mode. That's straight attack. Okay, they're both attack it with full force mode. So now, cylinder out. Yeah, that looks much nicer. I like it. All right, we're gonna continue to roll these out of here. This cylinder wall looks really nice. I think it's gonna be okay. It gets turned over. There's more junk getting left on the cylinder walls. Just gonna share a verse with you guys. Psalms 89, the verses 5 through 8. The heavens praise your wonders, Lord, your faithfulness too in the assembly of the holy ones. For who in the skies above can compare with the Lord? Who is like the Lord among the heavenly things? In the council of the holy ones, God is greatly feared. He is more awesome than all who surround him. Who is like you, Lord God Almighty? You, Lord, are mighty, and your faithfulness surrounds you. It's just a bit of a praise, and it's a reminder of how big God is, no matter what you're facing, no matter how big your struggles are, no matter what you feel like the devil's throwing at you this week. You can handle it, especially through God. Say a prayer, shrug it off, and keep rolling. Do your best. That's all you can do. God asks us to have faith and believe that he will take care of us. And our God is mighty. This concludes today's video. We got a good long ways. Found out the big major issues I was worried about weren't that big issues. That's nice. Not all the time that happens. Quitting on a good note, it's 4:54 in the afternoon. Friday, Saturday the 19th. Hang on, what did I say? Friday, Saturday?
Coming from.
Any idea? Well, that's gonna wrap up today's video, guy. I hate that too, Zach. I hate that part too. Why can't you say something legitimate? Well, guys, on wrap up, motor's out. We're not worried about the pistons being stuck, or I don't freaking know how to end a YouTube video. How do you end a YouTube video? What did you say? Peace, crinkle fries, and tater tots.